Welcome to today's video. In today's video, we are going to be taking care of our hair. We're going to get rid of thinning hair. We're going to get rid of bald spot. We're going to get rid of dandruff. We're going to get rid of split end by using a natural homemade remedy. Now, this is not just any old hair remedy. This is a two-step system that you can use on your hair for fast and effective results. I'm using natural ingredients that are known to boost that hair follicles to produce healthy, thicker, glossier, shinier looking hair. Now we have a two-step, and the first step is this remedy right here, which is in the form of a hairspray, a leave-on conditioner, and here we have the second step, which is in the form of a hair oil, which you're gonna also leave on your hair. So if you're interested, if you have thin hair, if you have bald spot, if you have dandruff, if you have split end, or you're just looking for a healthier, bouncy looking hair, come with me to the kitchen and I'll show you how to whip this two-step system up in no time. Now to begin, the first thing we're going to do, we are going to make step one, which is our hairspray for thinning hair. And you are going to need a bottle, a spray bottle preferably, to store the hair treatment. Now take a look at the first ingredient, and this is what we're going to be using to make our first step, which is our hair spray. This is going to be a hair water to help to regrow your hair. This ingredient right here, take a look at it up close, is Fenugreek powder. And why am I using Fenugreek? I'm using it because it helps to triggers hair growth. It also helps to control hair loss. It helps to nourish hair and scalp. It works as a natural conditioner, and it helps to add shine to your hair, and it also helps to fight dandruff and to strengthen your hair. Wonderful and amazing ingredient to use in your hair. So now let's begin by making our fenugreek water for thinning hair. Now along with the fenugreek powder, you are gonna need some hot water. Very, very hot water. Let the water come to a boil, turn the stove off, and then that's the water you're gonna use. So I'm gonna pour about a quarter cup of the fenugreek powder, in a jar. And next, I'm going to use 1 cup of hot water, and I'm going to pour this in. Jar is not full, so I'm going to add a little more water. So about 1.5 cups of water. We're going to leave some space for shaking. And next, we are going to cover. Be careful, this is hot water. Give it a shake, and now this is ready to set. Now you're going to put this away overnight. Do not refrigerate, just leave it on your countertop for the seed to basically ferment in the hot water. So now I'm going to put this away, and I'm going to move on to step number 2. Now take a look at our next ingredient, and this is a ginger powder. Make sure to get organic ginger powder. Now ginger is great for your hair. It helps to regrow your hair, and it helps to prevent your hair from falling. Ginger have an abundant amount of fatty acid that help with thinning hair. It helps to encourage the blood flow to the scalp, and it also helps prevent thinning hair from turning into hair loss. What we're going to do, we're going to make a ginger hair oil to use on the scalp to not only prevent hair loss, but also to help to regrow the hair. So now let's move on to the second ingredient. Now take a look at our next ingredient, and this is coconut oil. And coconut oil is a wonderful ingredient to help with thinning hair because it contains vitamins and fatty acid that naturally help to nourish the scalp, and it also help to remove the sebum, which is the buildup, to leave the scalp and the hair follicle free, clean, clear, so that your hair could grow faster. Now to begin, I'm going to use about 3 tablespoons of the ginger powder. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my coconut oil. And I'm going to use about a 1/4 cup of the coconut oil. Just pour it in the ginger powder. And what we're going to do, we are going to blend this into a paste. So just blend. If you have fresh ginger, you can use it in this recipe. However, if you're using the fresh ginger, I suggest that you use the ginger starch. So we're just going to blend this ginger powder out in the coconut oil like I'm showing here. And take a look at this. It's not going to leave any residue. This is what it's going to look like, okay? All right, so now that we have our ginger powder and our coconut oil ready, let's move on. So our next ingredient is castor oil. Now, castor oil is a wonderful oil to use for thinning hair and hair loss. It helps the hair to go stronger and thicker by penetrating the hair follicles, which promote new hair growth. Definitely great for split ends and dandruff also. So for our castor oil, I'm going to use about a teaspoon of the castor oil. Use a teaspoon of whatever kind of castor oil that you have. So take a look at our next ingredient, which is aloe vera oil. Aloe vera oil is great for thinning hair. It helps to lock the moisture in that hair follicles and therefore helping to promote new growth. It stops the hair from falling, but not only that, aloe vera oil is great as a deep conditioner for your hair. So you can use to just apply this to your hair scalp and go under a steam cap with it, leave it on for about 30 minutes and you're good to go. Or you can use it in this remedy like I'm showing you today to promote hair growth. Also for bald spot, it is also good for split end, and it also will leave your hair shine and glossy, just healthy looking. I'm going to be using about a teaspoon of the aloe vera oil also. Now, if you do not have aloe vera oil and you have aloe vera gel, go ahead and use that. However, since this is oil based, I prefer to use the aloe vera oil. You can also choose to use fresh ginger, fresh aloe vera gel, mix that together with a little coconut oil, put it on your hair, cover it with a hair cap, and leave it there for about 30 minutes to an hour, and then you rinse off. For this hair oil that we're making, this is not a rinse out, this is a leave-in hair oil. All right, guys, so now that we have all the ingredients together, our hair oil is ready. However, I have an optional ingredient, and this is argan oil. You do not have to use the argan oil unless you have it, okay? But this is another wonderful oil that's going to promote hair growth. It's going to also leave your hair shiny and bouncy looking. So I'm going to use 1 teaspoon also of the argan oil. And now our hair oil is ready. Now guys, this is not only good for thinning hair and bald spot, it is great to use in anyone hair. Once you're looking for a healthy, fuller, thicker hair, this is a go for you. This is also great to use to thicken your eyebrows. So we're gonna pour this out in our container. And now this is ready. One thing I suggest to you guys, if you're looking to kick this up even a notch further, you can go ahead and use some shea butter in this recipe. And take a look at this. This is our hair oil for thicker, stronger, healthier, fuller, bouncier, shiny looking hair. For thinning hair, bald spot, dry scalp, dandruff. Okay, all right guys, so we're gonna put our hair oil to the side and we are gonna go back to our hair condition water. Now, if you want to make sure that there's no form of a particle left from the fenugreek powder, you can go ahead and strain it. Now, to use this, the first thing you're going to do, you are going to wash your hair. So shampoo and condition your hair, and now your hair is ready for step one. What you're going to do, you are going to apply this to your hair. Best to use this in a spray bottle so you can just spray it on your hair, all over your hair. Pay close attention to the root of your hair. And you're gonna let your hair dry, whether you're gonna dry it under a dryer or you're gonna just let it hair dry, and then you're gonna move on to step two. Now for step two, it's very unique because step two can be used on dry hair as well as on damp hair. You can choose to use this on your damp hair. Make sure to cover the scalp before you dry it, or you can choose to use it after. So whenever you wash your hair, go ahead and use this on your damp hair and then you dry. When you're not washing your hair, then use this hair oil on your scalp and make sure to completely massage this on the scalp. You can also use it on the end of your ear, or basically just all over in your hair. Now a little of the hair oil goes a long way. You really do not need a lot of this. And take a look at this hair oil up close, and I'm just rubbing it out on my hands for you to see that there's absolutely no residue. Now for our hair oil, you do not need to store this in the refrigerator. Just leave it on your countertop, well, up to 6 months or more, it's good. Now when it comes on to your fenugreek water, keep this in the refrigerator and use it up within 10 to 15 days. Okay, so there you have it, our wonderful two system for thinning hair. Go ahead and give this remedy a try, use it for a couple of weeks, and then come back and leave your comment. So there you have it. Thank you all for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave your comment and subscribe, because I'm sure you don't want to miss another one of these wonderful videos. Thank you all, and I'll see you in my next video.